The Aria Vodka Diaries 1921. Where are all these trailer reactions? They're on the list. I've got them. I've been trying to work on creating a schedule so I can release more. Work was a bit crazy during the holidays, though, so that's why videos were low. But I do want to get more out, and those are on the list. Except for Vodka Diaries. I'm not sure if I got that one on there, but I'll add it. Sam Prem, hi. Hello. Bed Prakash. I am doing well. It's 9:25 in the morning over here, so it's I woke up like an hour and a half ago. Now I had a There we go. Now we got the chat. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Just for the records, what's the weather like there? It's freezing. We were in at negative 25. What? Negative 25. That's crazy, dude. It is let's see. It was cold for a while, but then it's warming up. So it was like, I don't know, 20, 15 degrees for a while. Now it's like, I think it's 70 this week. That's the thing about Colorado, is the weather is, it goes like this. Like, there's a running joke in Colorado that the weather changes so much that you could have your heater on in the morning and turn your air conditioner on in the afternoon. So, I mean, we've had days that it's fluctuated 40, 50 degrees between noon and midnight. Do you react to video songs? No, I don't. For a couple of reasons. One, songs have a very high risk of copyright issues. So they end up doing, I increase my chances of getting a strike or a block. Also, I don't really know a lot about music. Like, I'm just a kind of a casual fan. So I don't feel like there would be much for me to provide as extra content. It would just be me listening to a song and being like, I kind of like it, or whatever. Plus, music is extremely emotionally charged. So if I don't like a song, then I increase the, either lose subscribers or I increase the amount of people that hate me. So, because there's been songs where people are like, this is awesome, and I don't like it. And it could be maybe a generation gap. I think a lot of EDM and electronica just doesn't sound good these days. I hate auto-tune. I think auto-tune sounds like crap. And there's a lot of music that uses that stuff, so that's one of the reasons why I don't do it. Ayush, hello. Alwyn, yay! You joined this time. I think the last 2 or 3, I would get a comment on social media like 3 hours later going, I missed it. Ayush asked, can you watch Lotera movie? It's a good movie. I've heard of the movie. I've got it on my list of movies that that people have requested. But for older movie reviews, I have a polling list, and it's one of my tiers on Patreon. So people that join Patreon, they get to choose a movie that I would review for them. I had done a couple of those. And then I do a polling system where the Patreons poll on it. The top 4 that they choose will go to Twitter, and then whichever one wins the poll on Twitter, that's going to be the next one in the list. So I have a list in the description of this video and every video I do called the movie review list, and that has the movies that are slated to come up. So the next one is going to be Dawn. That one won the last poll. And then Patreon that recently joined, their request was, I know I'm going to slaughter the name, but Jigarthanda? Oh, I don't. Jigarthanda. So that's kind of how I do my older movie reviews, just because the amount of requests that came in are overwhelming. There's just way too many of them. So I needed to find a way of having a democratic way of doing it. Yeah, 2.0 is releasing in April. They had announced that a while ago. It is the 27th. What I'm looking forward to is the teaser. Now, I've heard some reports that the teaser is coming out in 2 days, on the 6th. I've had a few people message me or send stuff to me on social media saying that the teaser is going to be released on the 6th. I guess it's being released on some kind of a convention of some kind in Malaysia. I'm not quite sure on the details. I had just seen a couple of messages when I woke up this morning. So I don't have any confirmation on that, but if someone could find confirmation on maybe the 2.0 teaser being released on the 6th, because that would be awesome. Let's see, I work that Saturday. That's a Saturday. I work that day. Hopefully they release it during the time that I'm not working. If not, I'd have to just do it that night, I guess. Was I supposed to complete the Doom series by watching Doom 3? Well, I didn't say I was going to. Well, I guess I kind of did. I said that I am a completist. I do like to complete the circle for a series when I do one, because the Doom 2 had won the poll for that time period. But I was like, well, I really should watch Doom if I'm going to review Doom 2, watch Doom 2. And so I watched Doom, and I was like, I should review this. And so then I reviewed Doom, and then I reviewed Doom 2 since that won the poll. And then I was like, I should probably do Doom 3. But then these other movies came up from another Patreon, which was some of those older reviews that you saw that I did. So those took precedence over the Doom 3, since I didn't have an obligation for it. It was more of, for my own thing, just completing the review series. So I may get to it to do Doom 3, but I feel obligated to the current polls, and especially for Patreons. Because if someone's going to pay money to Patreon and they have a review request, I'm going to do that, since Doom 3 is not really a requirement. Please make a reaction of Na Peru Soraya of Alu Ajan. I have seen some comments on videos for that one. I do have it on my list of trailers to do, so I'm not sure when I'll be able to get to it, but I do have a list of trailers that I'm going through. The teaser for 2.0 is coming out on the 6th. Yeah, that's what I heard. I think Sergeant Rocco had sent me a message about it, but I'm not sure if he got confirmation. And then I got a few messages on social media today when I woke up that it was going to release on the 6th, but I haven't had anybody send me confirmation. They just said it. So I appreciate the message, but I kind of need confirmation to be able to know if it's true or not. And I haven't had time to look it up. Do you think the teaser is coming on the 26th of January? Why do you think that? What's happening on the 26th of January that they would do a trailer release? Surya. I don't know why I keep adding letters to your name. Surya. Why am I putting an I in there or something? You should definitely check out this one particularly. Veranam Ayaram. Movie definitely stands apart and even got a national award for Surya's performance. That's cool. He plays both father and son. That's something that's popular. There's a lot of movies where an actor will play multiple characters. Happens a lot. You should do some Indian movie scene reactions too. I have done a couple in the past, but trailers need to be done. Those are the top reaction video. New trailers. Because that's mostly what I'm interested in, is the trailers and the movies themselves. Doing scenes of a movie, I mean, it's fun. But I have so many trailers on my list of reactions to do that doing a reaction to a specific scene or an older trailer, just I end up not getting to them because I've got so many current trailers that I need to get through. So if I ever got to a point where I don't have a trailer to react to for some reason, then I would do one of those. I mean, I could do that if I had more time. I don't have a lot of time, so I have to schedule when my videos come out and what I can do. If I was doing this full time, like Jabby Kouay does it full time, so he gets to pump out a lot of videos because he can film for 8 hours. I think he films for 4 or 6 hours during the day. And then the rest of that time is editing. But I can't do that. I've got 2 jobs. I'm lucky if I have, a couple of hours a day to do something. So I need to concentrate on the trailers itself. And then if I have spare time or run out of trailers, then I could do a movie scene. But it's not on the top of my list. Owen, the problem with the poll is all the fans vote for their favorite actors, even though it's not the best film. Yeah, but, you guys know that I don't, I'm very honest with my reviews, so if I don't like a movie, I'll say it. But I always try and find something positive in a film. So there's going to be things that I do like, even in not just for reviewing, like watching a movie, I'm looking for things that I like. Sometimes the things I don't like overshadow that, like Assassin's Creed. In that review, I basically just ranted about how horrible that movie was. Because I could only find one positive, and it wasn't even that big a deal. Denver 6th is not on YouTube. It's only special screening in Malaysia. The teaser is touted for the 26th. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like what they do with the comic book movies at San Diego Comic-Con or whatever. They're showing it at the convention for the special screening in Malaysia, but they're not releasing the teaser until the 26th. Is that what we're saying? Because it's Republic Day. Okay. That makes more sense. That's why I kept getting 2 dates, is because the 6th and the 26th. That makes sense. Thank you, Denver. Going back to Bed Prakash's statement about doing movie scenes. I know that they're really popular on YouTube. But again, I want to concentrate on the trailers first. However, I do think it would be a cool idea to take a scene and do a breakdown of it. Talking about how they probably filmed or what my theories are. Maybe I see a behind the scenes and research the behind the scenes and then talk about what they did, what I found interesting. Like, I like this type of edit that they're doing, that kind of stuff. That would be interesting to me. But watching just a scene of a movie that I haven't watched the movie out of context, I don't know. It would be like watching a trailer, I guess. Just one scene. Anyway, something I would do if I was full-time or I ran out of trailers that I need to do. But not on the top of my list. Would they delay it that long? Surely it will get leaked. Yeah, it'll probably get leaked. Everything gets leaked. But I'm not going to watch a leaked copy. I didn't do that for the Comic-Con trailers. I'm not going to do that for this. Because leaked copies don't look very good. The sound is bad. It's usually a weird angle from a cell phone that's shaking around. People are walking in front of it. I'm not going to watch a leaked version. I would wait. I have no problem waiting until the 26th for the official high-definition good copy version of it. Plus, I'm not going to do a reaction video for the leaked version, and I can't watch the leaked version because then I'm not doing a reaction video anymore. I would just end up reviewing it, I guess. So I'd rather wait for the good version, the official version that I can react to. They better recover the money they have pumped. Close to $100 million in that movie. Yeah, I hope that they do recoup that that money. But I was saying, I don't know why they haven't been promoting this film earlier. Bahubali 2 was promoting their film a year in advance, and they had videos coming out all the time. Like, if you saw, they had so many videos that I was reacting to. They had 3D stuff. They had song releases with 360 video going on. They had teasers. They had trailers. But they all came out, with months and months, sometimes a year before the movie released. And with 2.0, all they've released was that short behind-the-scenes thing. The movie is coming out in April. We only have 4 months They've got to release something. They've got to release it soon. I think the 26th of January is still too late. They should release it on the 6th when they have the screening in Malaysia. Then they should, after the screening in Malaysia, they should just make it available on YouTube, because I don't know why they're waiting to release things. You're not increasing the hype for your movie if nothing is coming out. Plus, you need that time for the people that don't know much about the movie or don't care about, reading up. Like, they don't live in my world where we're, like, trying to figure this stuff out. And so they won't know that the movie is coming out in April unless someone tells them. And you need that marketing time to be able to let them do it. The name of the Padmavati movie changed now. It's Pavat. Yeah, I did hear about that. I actually think it's a good thing that they changed the name to Padmavat, because that's the name of the poem. I mean, that's the name of the story that the movie is based on. Padmavati is just a character in the story. So I think you would want your movie to be named after what the story is, not just the character. I know that characters and actors are very popular, and so people want to name it that just for the recognition. But personally, I would want the name of my movie to reflect the story. And since it's based on Padmavat, the story, I would want to name it that anyway. Did you hear the new movie that pits Amir Khan and I can't pronounce his name. Amitabh against each other, Thugs of Hindustan? No, I haven't heard of that. But that's interesting. Thugs of Hindustan. Pranav Kumar. Hello. How's it going? Denver. They flew all of those hot air balloons all over Hollywood, LA, New Jersey. They did do the hot air balloons. I remember that. But again, all we've had is those hot air balloons that was kind of forgettable, I guess. But it was a neat promotional tool. I haven't really seen too many movies that use hot air balloons. So that's kind of cool. And that really short behind the scenes video. But that's it. That's all that we've got. And we have 4 months until the movie releases. You're not promoting your movie. You're not marketing the hype. It's a little frustrating, because I want the movie to do really well. I want it to make money. Just because I think it's awesome that India is starting to take these risks with higher budgets. But if you don't market your movie, you're decreasing your viewership. And I don't know why you would do that. Unless they don't have any money for marketing. I mean, that's possible. You spent all of your money on the production and you don't have the money for marketing anymore. I don't think they did that, though. Sir, when you react to the Alu Arjan new movie, Non-Peru... Yep, people have told me about that. I think it's on my list. My list is very long, but I am trying to increase the amount of reaction videos I release so that I can get to more of them. But that one's on the list. Utkarsha. How you give detailed information on each scenes of a trailer makes you different from other reaction channels. Just wanted to ask you, do you have any formal experience in movie industries? Thank you for the comment. I think that too. I like the fact that So one of the things with reaction videos is you have a lot of people that just react to the trailer and then that's it. Because most of the viewership drops off after the reaction. And so anything they add after that, a lot of YouTubers feel is just a waste. It's a waste of time. People aren't watching it, so why do it? But from my point of view, I'm reacting to a trailer. I'm using someone's video, even though it's a commercial, it's a promotional tool, and I'm using that as a reaction. But what am I adding to it? Am I making it transformative? Am I utilizing the laws of fair use? No, I don't think so. I think you need to add value. And so I think a person needs to add a review at the end, or something that's involved with their personality. Sergeant Rocco has jokes. You know, he's very funny. He has some quick, really hilarious quick cuts and stuff. But he does review it afterwards. For me, my brain automatically goes to visuals and how things are filmed. I do not have any formal experience in the movie industry. I'm just a huge fan of documentaries and behind the scenes stuff. And I have, whenever I see something in a movie that catches my eye, I want to know how they did that. And so I just collected a lot of information over the years, and I like to try and figure it out. I mean, I did get a lot of hate for my Zero teaser, which I thought was funny that people are not listening to what I said in the video, because they keep saying, it's not face replacement. I'm like, okay, great. I didn't say it was. In the video, I'm just talking about the techniques that people use to pull that off. And also in the comments, people were bringing up Captain America, the first movie, that they're doing the same thing they did in Captain America, and they're shrinking the body. Well, that's not what they did in Captain America. Captain America was just a face replacement. They had a different actor with a small body type, and they put Chris Evans' face on that actor. That was face replacement. What they're doing with Zero is what they did with Fan, kind of. With Fan, in Shah Rukh Khan filmed the scene, and then they used CGI to change his body type. They decreased his shoulders, they made his arms a bit smaller, they made I think they made his head a little bigger. But they did, and they made him shorter. They shortened him by 2 inches, I think. But it's really labor intensive to do that in post-production, because you're basically animating every scene to change his body type. So they're using that technique that they had kind of perfected in Fan in this movie. But they're also using forced perspective. So in Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, they used a lot of forced perspective, which is where you have whatever is closer to the camera appears bigger. So you can have, like, Gandalf is really close to the camera and Frodo is really far from the camera, but they're both looking this way. And so it makes Frodo look smaller. Like, you can see my hands. Even if they're the same height, it makes Frodo look smaller, and it looks like they're talking to each other. But there's actually like a foot difference between them. And so they're going to be using a lot of forced perspective in that Zero movie to make him look smaller. They're also going to do some green screen elements, from what I understand, where they'll film him from a distance and then put him in the scene, and then add in CGI for the shadows and certain lighting. But for other sequences, they're going to be using that stuff, that CGI technique from Fan. Just, it's going to be a more complicated, because dwarves do have a different body type, so they're going to be changing things like the way his arms move, unless Shah Rukh Khan just acts that part. But in the teaser, his arms look shorter, so they probably did adjust for that. I don't know, but I was basically saying in that tease reaction, I want to see the behind the scenes on it. I want to see how they did it. But I wasn't saying, oh, for a fact they did face replacement. And that's how a lot of the comments went, is people were getting mad at me that I was saying it's face replacement. And I wasn't. I was just saying that's one of the techniques that are used to pull something like this off. But they're probably doing what they did in Fan. So, I do not have any formal experience in the movie industry. I just really like to figure out stuff. I like to research things when I can. A lot of my trailer reactions, I can't really research stuff. I don't have the time. But I do love getting those comments of people like telling me, hey, this is what it is. And then I might research something later. Denver, Race 3 will be coming this year. Krish 4 as well. Yeah, for Krish 4, I've seen a lot of stuff for Krish 3 because people have sent it to me. I've seen so many clips of Krish 3 that I feel I've watched the movie. And it was okay, but I didn't think it was that. I don't think it matches the hype that people give it. So, Krish 4, I would want to see a trailer, but just the fact that that fourth movie is coming out doesn't make me excited. Race 3, I don't know much about. I haven't seen anything from Race 1 and 2, but I know that it is a popular movie and that people are excited for it, so I would want to see that trailer also. Alwyn. Personally, I wasn't a fan of Entron. My biggest worry with 2.0 is the huge delay. I hope there isn't too much fan service. That's the main problem with most Rajnikanth films. Well, I was a fan of Entron. I reviewed that, was it last year or the year before? I reviewed Entron, and I did like, actually I've got it. Or no, that's Savaji. Where is Entron? I've got it somewhere. Anyway, that's Savaji the boss. With 2.0, yeah, the huge delay, yeah. The thing is, I think they were not expecting the amount of post-production that they're doing. They may have, with any movie, you end up having problems that you have to solve. That's what a director and a producer does, is they're basically solving problems all day. And I think one of the problems that came up is maybe some of the techniques that they were doing for the CGI wasn't working, and so they had to redo some stuff. And that probably made the delay, or it just wasn't working fast enough. The delay itself is annoying, but I don't think it's a big deal because I would prefer that they put out the movie that they want to put out. If it takes longer to pull that off, take the time. It's the same thing with a video game. I hate it when they make a deadline for a video game and then they're not finished, but they release it anyway, and then you get a crap game. If you would take more time to do it right, take the time. I would rather have a good video game 6 months later than to have a crappy one right now. So the delay for 2.0 doesn't really bother me that much. It's a little annoying that we have to wait a little longer. But if they need that time to get it done the way that the director wants it done, take the time. I'm good with that. With the fan service, that's going to happen in every movie. Whenever you have a popular actor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, they always do some kind of fan service. But I would hope that the story takes precedence over the fan service. Do your fan service, it's fine. But make sure that your story is strong, that it's engaging, that people that don't care about the fan service are still really interested in the movie. But you can drop the fan service in there also. I'm very excited for Thugs of Hindustan. I thought Amitabh... How do I pronounce his name? Why am I having such a hard problem saying his name? But not do this type of action-based movie. Well, why do you think he wouldn't do an action-based movie like that? I have no expectations for Krish 4. The third film was on a new level. But I've got to stop the stream here. It's only an hour long and I kind of hit that time. I know I had a hiccup with it the first 15 minutes, but I will make it better next time. I hope 2.0 has a good story, so do I. I hope this suggestion doesn't offend you. It is regarding your thumbnail style. I feel if you use a close-up of your face and less text, it will attract more viewers. That's possible. I don't think my face really attracts viewers. I'm not a pretty girl. I'm an old fat dude. But I do try and do something silly or funny in my thumbnail. I just want the text in there because some people don't read what the picture is about. However, I have seen a trend right now where people are just making their thumbnail with no text in it. So I could do that, and I do have the movie poster in the picture, so I guess I don't really need the text. I'll take it under consideration. Thank you, Raj. Upon Kalam Sir, Telugu movie released in 547 screens, highest screen movie USA. Well, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I pronounced it correctly the first time. Okay. You don't use quick cuts in your reaction video like other YouTubers do. You keep the video raw and uncut without making mistakes. How do you do it? I have been doing more quick cuts, not because I didn't know what I was saying. It's because that space, whenever I talk, I have like a pause gap between one sentence and another. And I think it really slows down the video. So I've been cutting out that pause, which is usually like less than half a second. But I think it makes the video flow better. Other than that, the reason I can do raw and uncut videos or these live streams, I guess I just think quick off the top of my head. Your Photoshop game is on point. I appreciate those funny thumbnails. Thank you, Raj. It takes me a lot of time to do those movie review thumbnails, but I mostly do it to make myself laugh. Like the one for Tigers into High, of me just kind of sticking my head out the window. When I'm done with it, it makes me laugh, and so that's why I do those. And it's different. The reason I started doing them is because there were so many people that they would release their movie review, and they would all have the same thumbnail. They're watching Wolverine, and they do this. When they did their Wonder Woman, they're doing this. And all of the thumbnails looked exactly the same. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. And so that's why I started doing those. Comment is mistake, not 547 screens. That is 547 locations. Okay. How do I find the patience to make YouTube videos after a long day of work? That would be a whole other video in itself. But basically, I have been having trouble with motivation to do that because I'll get home at like 10, 11, 12 o'clock, at night. And I'm tired. I've been walking around for 8 hours. And so my motivation to do the video is really low. And I don't want to put out a video of me like, yeah, and so this is what the video looks like. Because I'm tired and my brain is just not working. So what I have been doing, what I started doing a couple of days ago, I had figured out, and we'll see how long I can keep it up, is I'm creating a schedule for things. So I'm compartmentalizing the videos that I want to do so I don't feel overwhelmed with all of the requests and videos that I want to get done. So I don't have 20 videos in my head at the same time that I'm trying to plan out, that I schedule them on a calendar, and that way I have videos that I can focus on for time periods and give myself deadlines. That's what I'm trying to do. We'll see how good it works. It did work. Plus, doing this, I can announce what the next video is going to be. So if you watch my 0 reaction, I announce 11 o'clock tonight. My time is the Karuka Shetra reaction. And then for that reaction last night, I said, the live stream is going to be today. So I can announce the next video, which would be really good. Or if I have a major video planned and I want to announce that it's coming out next week, I can do that as well. Alwyn, I love your videos too. Raj, have a good day. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out. I am going to try and do live streams more often. My tentative plan is to do one a month. We'll see if I can pull that off, but I will be announcing when they happen. So keep a lookout, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys later.